Hi everyone. So today we are going to discuss the strategy design pattern. So strategy design pattern belongs to the behavioral category of design patterns. So it's mainly focusing on interactions between different classes. So what exactly do we mean by a strategy design pattern? Strategy design pattern is one in which we have to select one of the different options that we have. So whenever in the designing phase, if you encounter a problem wherein you have n number of different options and you need to select only one of them, strategy is the answer for you. Very simple. Suppose you have n number of different options and you need to select one of them, you just blindly use strategy design pattern. I'll give you a very simple example which is on the screen here. Suppose you need to go to airport from your home. So what are the different options that you have to go from your home to your airport? So the different options are personal car or a cab or a limousine or a city bus. So you can go to the airport using one of these options, right? So the design pattern that we need to use is strategy. In simple terms, strategy means options. In the diagram I have mentioned it here, see. Strategies means options. So whenever you have n number of different options available with you and you need to select one of them, use strategy design pattern. So the definition of strategy pattern says, if you want to define a family of algorithms. So remember in the introduction slide or introduction presentation of mine in the design patterns, I had mentioned that I had given a real life example that suppose you have 10 different sorting algorithms. You have an array, you have a list and you need to sort that list, but you have 10 different sorting algorithms. Then you can create a base sorting class and you can have 10 different sorting algorithms inheriting from the base class. So at runtime you can decide which one of the 10 sorting algorithm that you want to use. It perfectly fits your strategy design pattern. That example perfectly fits your strategy design pattern. Okay, if you want to define family of algorithms, then use strategy. You need to encapsulate each of the algorithm in class. So have one class per algorithm. So suppose you have 10 sorting algorithms, have 10 different sorting classes, all inheriting from the base sorting class. Okay, and then you can make these sorting algorithms interchangeable. You can make these sorting algorithms interchangeable. So suppose you have 10 algorithms, you can use one of them at a time, which you can decide at runtime. Okay, so in strategy pattern you need to define family of algorithms and encapsulate each one and make them interchangeable. Clear? Strategy pattern lets the algorithm vary independently from the clients that use it. So you can vary the algorithms independently. This pattern groups the algorithms and encapsulates them inside classes that can have a common parent class so that algorithms can be changed depending on the requirement. So as I mentioned, you have a common base class. You have all the different options inheriting from that base class so that you can interchangeably use the algorithm that you need based on your requirement. Strategies are useful when you want to decide at runtime which algorithms to use. This is a very key point. Strategies are useful when you need to decide at runtime which algorithm you need to use. Strategies has three main components. So what are the three important components of a strategy design pattern? The first component is a strategy component. Strategy is nothing but it's a common abstract interface for all the algorithms. I repeat, strategy is the common abstract interface of all the algorithms. So in the diagram on the screen, I have a strategy class. It's nothing but it's a common abstract interface for all the algorithms. The next is a concrete strategy component. Now what is a concrete second component of a strategy design pattern? It's a concrete strategy component. It's nothing but it's implementation of a strategy. So implementation of a strategy is the concrete strategy component. And the last or the third component of strategy is context. Context is nothing but this is the object that ties your strategy with your main application flow. Context ties strategy with your main application flow. So I'll just repeat what are the three important components of a strategy design pattern. The first component is a strategy component. Strategy is nothing but it's a common abstract interface of all the algorithms. Strategy is a common abstract interface for all the algorithms. Second component is concrete strategy. Concrete strategy is implementation of a strategy. It's the implementation of the strategy. So in the example that I had given of 10 different sorting algorithms, each of the sorting algorithm is concrete strategies. So concrete strategy A is algorithm number 1, concrete strategy B is algorithm number 2, concrete strategy C is algorithm number 3, and so on. And the last component of strategy design pattern is context. Context is nothing but this is the object that ties strategy with your main application flow. Context ties strategy with your main application flow. Now when we need to use strategy design pattern, a very important question that you need to ask to yourself, when to use strategy pattern? When different related classes differ only in their behavior and you want to configure your application with one of many behaviors. When you have different related classes which differ only in their behavior and you want to configure your application to use one of those many behaviors. So if we connect this point of mine to this example, all these four options that we have which will take me from home to airport all have a same route requirement. So what's the route requirement? All these options are taking me from home to airport. So all these four classes or all these four options are related because all of them take me from home to airport. But what is different in them is their behaviors. One is personal car, one is a cab, one is limousine, one is city bus. So the behavior is different. But the route requirement they are satisfying is the same. Right? So I need to use this pattern, strategy pattern in this use case scenario because I have different options. All these four are related classes, but each one is behaving differently and I need to select one of them. At same time, I can't travel by bus as well as personal car together. I can't select both the options to go from home to airport together. I have to select one of them. Right? That's what I meant. So when you have different related classes that only differ in their behaviors, and you want to configure your application to use one of those behaviors, then use strategy design pattern. Second use case scenario when we need to use this pattern is when you need different variants of the algorithm. You don't want to be satisfied by using only one sorting algorithm for your vector, but you want many different sorting algorithms to be implemented, and at runtime you need to select which one of them needs to be used. In those scenarios, you can use a strategy design pattern. So instead of having many if conditional statements in your code, you can replace all if else conditions in your code with a strategy pattern. So move related conditional branches into their own strategy classes. Move related conditional branches into their own strategy classes. Now here I am going to explain this strategy design pattern with a very simple example. So let's take a very simple example of a sorting class. I have a vector with me and I need to sort that vector. So I have a base sorting class. If I compare this with my UML diagram, the base sorting class belongs to which one of these three components? Can you all answer that please? I had explained three important components of strategy design pattern. The first one was the strategy, second one was a concrete strategy, third one was context. So the base sorting class which I have in my this example, it belongs to which one of these three components? So the base sorting algorithm belongs to a strategy component because it's an abstract interface. So I have a base sorting class here in which I'm not implementing sort function, but I'm just having a virtual function there, placeholder. Then I implement a bubble sorting class and I implement shell sorting class. Bubble sorting class will sort the vector by using bubble sorting algorithm. Shell sorting class will sort the vector based on shell sorting algorithm. So can you all answer? Bubble sorting and shell sorting class represents which component of the strategy design pattern? Bubble sorting class and shell sorting class belongs to the concrete strategy component because it's a concrete implementation of the algorithm. Bubble sorting class is actually implementing the bubble sort algorithm. Shell sorting class is actually implementing the shell sorting algorithm. That's why those are concrete strategy classes. So I've explained two components now. First component is the base sorting class which belongs to the strategy component. Next is I have two sorting classes, one is bubble sort, second is shell sort, which belongs to concrete strategy classes. And the last component is the context component. What is a context component? It connects strategy to your main application flow. It connects strategy to the main application flow. So let's see how it is implemented. It's very simple. So in the constructor, I'm initializing the member to bubble sorting algorithm. So in constructor, I'm initializing the sorting algorithm to be used as bubble sorting algorithm. That means by default we are using bubble sorting algorithm. By default we are using bubble sorting algorithm. If someone calls a function upgrade, then I'm switching to shell sorting algorithm. If someone calls upgrade, I'm switching to shell sorting algorithm. What if someone calls downgrade? If someone calls downgrade, I'm switching back to bubble sorting algorithm. Right? If someone calls downgrade, I'm switching back to bubble sorting algorithm. What this read vector does? It reads the vector and it just calls the sort function. It calls the sort function of which class? It totally depends on what this member variable will contain. If I am using a bubble sort algorithm, it will call sort from bubble sort class. If this variable contains a shell sort algorithm object, it will call sort from shell sorting algorithm class. Simple. So when I call upgrade, we are switching to shell sort. When we are calling downgrade, we are switching back to bubble sort. And read vector based on what is contained in this variable, bubble sort or shell sort, it calls the sort function of either bubble sort or shell sort, depending on what is contained in this object. Okay. Now finally I'm explaining to you all a main function. I just declare two arrays here of size 9 each. Then in the for loop I am assigning random values to this array. So both these arrays will contain some random numbers. Then I am creating an object of stat. Once I create an object of stat, what will happen? In the constructor, remember, we were using bubble sort algorithm by default. So when I create this object, by default we will be using bubble sort algorithm. But I am calling upgrade function here. So once I call upgrade, what will happen? It will switch to shell sorting algorithm. And once I call this read vector, it will read array 1 and it will sort array 1 using which sorting algorithm? It will sort array 1 using shell sorting algorithm. The reason being, we have already called upgrade before this. So calling upgrade will switch to shell sorting. So array 1 will be sorted based on shell sorting algorithm. Clear? Then we are calling downgrade. So if we call downgrade, we are switching back to bubble sort algorithm. Right? When we call downgrade, we are switching back to bubble sort algorithm. Now this array 2 will be sorted based on or using bubble sort algorithm. Simple. So is the strategy design pattern clear? Strategy design pattern is used when we have n number of different options available with us and we need to select one of them based on the requirement. So in this example, when I call upgrade, I am using shell sort. When I am calling downgrade, I am using bubble sort. And by default, I am using bubble sort. Okay, so with that, I am ending the session on strategy design pattern. Thank you.